What's up, Lorehounds? It's Cooper here with Mark Kern, the CEO, founder, God of Red 5 Studios. Is God okay?
I'll take God.
You'll take God?
Yeah.
Is there any other title, game designer, anything else we need in there?
Oh, no, that God
will cover.
Sums it up, pretty much.
Hey, so we're here checking out Firefall, which is going to be a free-to-play downloadable game. And is there any release date yet or window?
You know, it's end of the year, so it's coming
up
end of the year. Quick.
All right, so it's coming up on you. Okay, so I mean, what do you got? What's the story behind the game?
It's a team-based action shooter that's played entirely online. It has two main focuses. One is what we showed at the last PAX when we announced, which is kind of like our open-world super co-op mode with hundreds of players at a time doing dynamic missions and campaign missions. And what we're showing today at PAX East is our competitive team-based multiplayer action.
So is this like two different modes of progression type thing, or is this like it's the same characters you're using?
Oh no, it's the same character you use. You know, how you develop it in the open world will give you different sort of options and abilities that you can use in your team-based competition.
So how many different kind of character types are there, you know, different classes?
Well, we're showing 3 battle frames at PAX. We're showing the Assault, the Medic, and the Recon, and there's going to be more over time.
So the Assault is your typical like burly guy, burly military man who like goes in kind of frontline shotgun guy?
Oh no, there's, you know, you can create your own avatar. So there's a male, female, you know, different looks you can choose, and then you put on an exoskeleton frame.
Oh, okay.
A frame, and that determines if you're which class that you're basically playing, and you can switch between them at any time.
Oh, so your character will be the same guy. You just switch the battle frame, the suit.
That's right, and you can develop each battle frame independently from each other.
So is Firefall a gear-based game, skill-based game, combination?
There's no dice rolling. It's totally skill-based, but you can enhance your tactical options through acquiring gear in the open world. So we've got ability modules that let you do special things, like the Assault can do a crater, which is an acrobatic move, death from above, kills everybody in a radius when he lands on the ground. That's a module that you'd find in the world or perhaps buy from a vendor.
So that's something you would actually unlock as you're leveling, kind of just playing, the ability?
Yeah, absolutely. As you level, it doesn't really change your stats as a character. It's enabling you to acquire more and more diverse gear.
So how many abilities does each character have to choose from? Or each, you know, battle mech suit? Sorry.
At this point, I'll just say there are many abilities, but you can only slot 3. So you got to choose which ones wisely that you're going to put into your battle frame, but you can also acquire other battle frames and load them out differently, so you can have several different loadouts.
So there's your strategy for different maps and stuff where you may want, you know, moves to get on top of people or something along those lines?
Absolutely. We want people to have different loadouts for different maps and situations and map modes.
So you can have different loadouts, but all Assault?
Yes, all Assault. You could, but you can have loadouts for any of the different battle frames that we have. Medic and Recon, you can have several of those too.
So, you know, it seems like this is the type of game that would have a guild system. Is that true?
Oh, yeah. We're building clan support in from the ground up. We don't know why, in a modern shooter, why you can't just create a group within that shooter, name it yourself. For us, you can create, like, your own army logo. We have a little editor that lets you do that. And as an army, you get to, like, tech it up. You get to get resources in the open world. You get to use that to unlock more and more tactical abilities as an army and use those immediately in combat.
So is there going to end up being army versus army kind of combat?
Yeah, we really want to support team-based competitive play and kind of like an esports motif. And so all our matchmaking can be done on an army basis. There'll be ways that armies can, like, you know, reserve times against each other and automated tournaments as well.
So going to like the co-op, not single player, but the co-op like world style of play, how do you level up in there? Is there like quests and stuff? You said, you know, there's events, but
yeah, basically it's an environment played entirely against NPCs. So it's co-op against NPCs. We have an alien race called the Chosen that's been coming out of the melting, which is this giant energy storm that's enveloped the Earth, and you're kind of like fighting against them and trying to repel their attacks on your cities and that sort of thing.
We've seen in your trailer that it's not just you're not always just sitting, you know, running around with your own guns. You also have like units you can sit in and then just like lay waste. There's like a giant spider thing attacking. Is that like something like the end of an event kind of setup?
That's the end of a dynamic event. So it's not, you know, a scripted thing. It's the sort of thing where a Titan boss creature could appear and attack your town, and the town will have defensive that will unlock, and you can jump into turrets and things and defend the town.
So, you know, it is free to play. what are we going to end up paying for? You know, you're not doing this sheerly out of passion, right?
Right. Well, you know, if I could, I would just give the game away for free because I want everyone to play this game. But that said, you know, I think we can reach a wide number of people, and it's the sort of thing that, hey, if you really enjoy the game, buy something from the store and support us. I mean, we'll have a number of things on sale that we'll talk about when we unveil the store. But if you look at some of the other item-based games out there, some of what Riot's doing, for example, you can expect similar things.
Possibly even extra classes later on type thing is possibly in the works?
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
So how many different multiplayer modes are there? You mentioned there's competitive multiplayer, but is there different types to it, or is it just kind of deathmatch?
We actually have several different modes per map. We're only showing deathmatch here on a 5v5 because it's the simplest, quickest way we can get a lot of people through the game. But there'll be several other modes at launch.
How about team size? Will that fluctuate and stuff like that? Or is it always 5-on-5? Can you do like 20-on-20?
This is the smallest team size we're featuring now, but the technology can actually handle hundreds of players. We've actually had internally, you know, a PvP match with 100 players, and the render's fine, the server's fine. It's just a matter of, is it fun when you have that many players? And we're still finding that line. So we're going to start with the 5v5 here at the show, and in our internal testing and external testing, we're going to ramp up the size.
See what you can scale to?
Yes.
So, I mean, you're mentioning hundreds of players. I mean, that map would probably have to be pretty large. Is there other ways you're going to be able to move around? You have a jetpack, right? Or some classes, or do all of them do?
All of them have the jet boots. So they all have mobility modes that help them get around the map. We also have drop ships that take you from location to location. You know, and you can see some of that on our Firefall website.
So Firefall is coming out at the end of this year, so we're going to probably get a whole dump of information relatively soon, right?
Yes, we'll be revealing lots of information leading up to the launch at the end of the year.
And it's just PC, right?
Yes, it's on PC.
Can't wait to check it out. Red 5 Studios, Firefall. Thanks.